Coach, good afternoon. My question to you will be that being on top of the table, how do you feel and what do you feel about tomorrow's match?
Yeah, I said before the last game, it doesn't matter where you are on the table right now. It matters where you are at the end of the season. So we will take every game one at a time, which is important. We didn't get carried away after our first result, and we didn't get carried away after the second, where we had one win and one loss. So our focus is very much on the next one. And we're expecting another tough game from another very good team. You know, they're unbeaten at the moment, the only team left in the league that is unbeaten. So it's a challenge, but one that we've had some time to prepare for, and one that we're very much ready for.
All right. Thank you so much, Coach, and wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Thanks, Clinton. Debayan?
Good afternoon, Coach. My question is, Mumbai City are banking on a good bunch of young Indian players this season. You have the likes of Amay Ranaware, then Gurkiraj Singh, Apu Yaralte, and Vikram Pratap Singh is in top-notch form. So being a young coach yourself, this is what you had in mind when you took up the job, to build the team around good young Indian players?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a young coach at 36, but this is my 19th season of coaching. So I've been fortunate in that 19 years to work across a real plethora of different environments with very good people. So part of the remit behind me coming in here was my background and experience of working with youth players. You know, there's been some wonderful youth players I've worked with that have gone on to some wonderful things. And that certainly was one of the excitements that was to come in here and to take that on. You know, we've said all along, we want the best Indian players, whether they're young or old, here at Mumbai, because not only do we want to develop them, we want to develop them, and we want them to play well within our styles. So, you know, whether it's the young players and having the opportunity to continue developing them, or whether it's the senior players, you know, it's very much the same. But yeah, to answer your question, I think my background in working in that space was a part to me coming here as well.
Thank you. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Debayan. Ridhiman?
Good afternoon, Coach. So my question for you is, your team, as you mentioned, will be going up against a very solid defensive unit, since they've only conceded twice till now and they're on an unbeaten streak. So how big of an advantage or a challenge do you think your side will have or face, given your team's free scoring form?
Yeah, I think I said all along, I think every team, for every game we play in the league, will get better, you know, and teams will try to work out what we do and try and stop us from doing what we want to do, you know, and that's part of the game. So that's the exciting challenge for me as a coach, and it's certainly the exciting challenge that we have as a playing group, is to try and work out different ways that we want to play. And I spoke at the start of the season around evolving our playing style, and that's something we've worked hard at and something we've addressed again this week, because we don't want to just be a team that plays one way. We've got some very good players here, and that gives us the ability to play different styles in different ways, which will be very important, not just for this game, but for the 14 post this one as well.
Thank you, Coach. All the very best for your next game.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ridhiman. Sandeep?
Hi, Coach. My question is sort of along the same lines, because you played the first two games against teams that sort of hold possession. You had at ATK and Mohun Bagan, which was a team does not hold play possession football as such. And the last game probably was the hardest of them all in terms of just the competition that you had. So how do you look at these multiple challenges? And is there any one style that you would prefer to play against?
No, I think that's the exciting thing about life, and the exciting thing about football especially. You know, there is no one way of doing anything. And that's the challenge and the excitement for me as a coach. And that's the challenge and the excitement for us as a playing group, is to, you know, we know we're going to come up against different styles and different teams and different strengths and weaknesses. But it's then up to us to make sure that we try to prepare as well as we can to do what we want and take advantage of the areas that we feel we can, whilst also, you know, being switched on and smart to try and diffuse any of the strengths that the opposition may have as well. So, yeah, different styles, different teams. It's a wonderful and exciting challenge rather than a problem for us.
Can I go one more, or should I wait?
Yeah, Sandeep, sure.
So, Coach, again, just wanted to ask you about the fighting spirit of the team, because the last game, they were a bit under pressure, the way Jamshedpur came out in the second half. So how happy are you with the fact that you could fight through that side of football, which is not really pretty, but more mental?
Yeah, I think in any moments of any game, you're never going to have total control of a game for 90 minutes or 90 plus minutes. So there will be patches and periods during any game where the momentum sits with the opposition. And it's very important that during that time that you try to minimise the opportunities they have on your goal. Now we conceded 2 in that time. But what was really pleasing was the reaction. And we spoke earlier in the season around, as champions from last year, that those types of games, when we're faced with those challenges, they're times we do need to stand up. And what was really pleasing was not only did the players stand up to that, but we recovered quickly. We went on to score the 4th goal and secure the game and the points for us. So that was hugely pleasing. And that will be a huge part to how we continue trying to pick up points as the season goes on.
Thanks, coach. All the best.
Thanks, Sandeep. Srivatsan. Srivatsan, can you hear us? Okay, I think we'll come back to him. Shreyas from IFTWC.
Hi, coach. Good afternoon. So, Raul Borges was a crucial player for Mumbai City FC in the last 2 years, but this season he has managed to play only around 50 minutes. So, and also he wasn't included in the matchday squad of the last game. So, is he carrying any injury or it's just a tactical decision?
No, in pre-season, Roland picked up a small hamstring issue. So that was the reason that he wasn't in the first matchday squad. And then over the first couple of games, we brought him in off the bench to try and get him some match fitness and some match time. And bearing in mind as well that, Apulia and Joe Hall had started in there, they gelled together very quickly and had actually played very well in those first 2 or 3 games. So it was a case of trying to get Roland back up to fitness. And that's the case at the moment still. So he's got a small knock at the moment, which we're assessing and hopeful we can bring him back into the group as soon as possible.
Thank you. All the best.
Thanks, Shreyas. Shilaz from the Times of India.
Yeah, coach, there are 2 aspects of this Chennaiyin team. For the last 2 matches, they haven't scored much. I mean, the last match they scored 1 goal and the other previous game, they did not score at all. So does that comfort you at one level that this is a team which is not scoring? And also, another thing is they're defensively very organized. They haven't scored, they haven't scored at all, but they haven't conceded also much. So how do you break that organization, being a very attacking team, Mumbai City?
Yeah, I think you have to look at it in context when you say there's only 4 goals that have been scored. I think looking at the latest stats that I've seen, they are the team that leads the league with the most shots on goal. So although they may have not scored the amount that they would have liked, they're certainly creating opportunities on opposition's goal. So that's something we definitely need to be aware of and we've prepared for, because we don't want to be the team that, come game day, that those chances do turn into goals. What was the second part of your question, sorry?
How do you break the organization, defensive organization? They have a very good defensive organization. They haven't conceded much. So how do you break that?
Yeah, I said at the start, it was about evolving the playing style from last year. And we've started to really see signs of that in the 5 games we have played. And it's important that during season, it's important during the season that we evolve what we do, because teams will be watching games and trying to work out how we play and how we operate, and they'll try to stop us. So it's important that we evolve our playing style in season. And we're fortunate to have a variety of different type of player here where we can mix and change. And you've seen some of the changes, especially off of the bench and different starting lineups. They're picked to have the best effect to start the game. And then it's important when we bring or make changes during the game, the players we bring on have the impact that they have been having. So it's a combination of the 2.
And I have just one more question. Is it okay if I go now?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you are at the top of the table and the team is doing well, but how do you, guard against complacency? Like there might be a feeling in the players that, we have been on a winning run and everything. So how do you guard against that? Do you speak to the players? And also, like Mumbai City have been conceding goals. I mean, you have considered against Bengaluru, you have considered against Jamshedpur. Is that also a bit of concern? One day the scorers might not score and you concede. So is that a bit of concern? The defensive organization is a bit of concern for you?
No, I've said all along, I want us to play attractive, quick attacking football. And that does consist around us trying to create chances and take the game to the opposition rather than sit back. What we do need to be mindful of and wary of, and it's something that we are addressing, is the amount of chances that maybe we give opposition. We're not giving many chances to opposition at the moment, but what we are doing is conceding goals. And of course, there may be times during games where we don't score the amount of goals that we want or the chances that we do create, similar to the Hyderabad game. And then that 1 or 2 goals that we do concede could cost us the result. So we do need to focus and look at that. But my focus and my time is very much spent on trying to really evolve and develop our playing style in possession, whilst also making sure that we are tactically aware and set up defensively to stop those key moments against us, because it will become important.
Yeah, and a word on complacency, like whether that is.
It's not. I mean, we speak on a regular basis. We meet every day with the playing group, and for various reasons. But the good thing is with this playing group, they've gone through that experience to a point last year where there was a sort of a dip in results. So they've got the experience. There's still a core group of players that have that experience of going through that slight dip, not through complacency, just that's football sometimes. So we leverage off of that, and it's so important that we just take each game at a time, and that's the focus for the players and for the staff. And it's also important that the players that take to the field continue to perform, because what you're starting to see is the players that are coming, to finish the game off the bench are really challenging those that are starting, and that's a really good high performance environment, and one that you want to continue pushing and challenging, which should continue to drive standards.
Thanks, and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. Just a second. Aridra, your question is fairly similar, so we're unfortunately going to have to skip it. Ritwik.
Yeah, hi coach. Just a couple of questions along the lines on the bit you spoke about the young Indian players earlier. Mumbai seems to be a club that is highly attractive for the young Indian guys, and the club in turn provides an atmosphere for them to kind of thrive in. So is that a huge focus for the club and the City Football Group as a whole to nurture the really young Indian players, and what's the kind of atmosphere that you as a club and as a coach provide for them to do so?
Yeah, I think as a club, I speak as a head coach of Mumbai, and only I want the best young Indian players here. I want the best Indian players at this football club. I want to develop and work with these players to help progress their careers and develop the football in India. That was the excitement about coming here, was to try and bring that skill set and help do that. What was the second part to that? Sorry.
What's the kind of atmosphere you provide to ensure that happens in a way within the club?
Yeah, so we've got individual development plans for every player here. So not just youth players, but senior players. And what that does, that really delves into them as a person and the areas of development, one of which they're strong at the moment, which we want to continue pushing and getting stronger. But also the areas that we feel they need to develop. What we do is make a very clear plan about what that is. They're aware of it, and then we work with them on developing that through trainings, through game footage, through gym programs. So it's a very monitored and tracked program, so we can not only see where they are now, but put things in place where we can develop them and show progression. So come the end of the season or a period of time, we can show real development within that player. So it's just, the development plans are key, but then it's important that when they get the opportunity in the games, that they go and show what they can do, because that's only where they're going to be judged, whether they're young or they're old.
Just a quick follow-up on that, if I may. You spoke about when they get the opportunity. You've spoken about Apoya doing well. You see a guy like Vikram turning up and scoring 2 goals. So what do you tell them before a big game, or when they do get that opportunity, to ensure that they are not kind of intimidated and they can play freely and naturally?
Yeah, it's just the continued support. There's a reason that they're being put into the game. It's because there's a huge level of trust in the players, because they've shown, I've been here now nearly 3 months. And they've shown over a consistent period that they're able to perform to the levels that I feel they will need in that space. We look across our team. We've got young Navas in goal, he's 21. Amaya at right back's 23. Apoya 21. You've already mentioned Vikram. We've got Gurkrat that's come on the last couple of games as well. And there's still a lot of young players that haven't yet featured. So, it's very important that they're keen to develop, and that's been something that's really struck me since I arrived here, is how willing and open these players are to learn and to develop. And then again, for me, it's about supporting them and providing a real positive environment around them in a training context, and then supporting them when they go into the game, because they're good enough and they're ready to do that. Otherwise, they wouldn't be on the field.
Thank you. Good luck, coach.
Thanks, Ritwik. Anil.
Hi, good afternoon, coach. Coach, after 5 games, do you think you've settled with your core group of players, the core playing style, and have you settled in with the league?
Probably not. To answer all three of those questions, I'm still relatively new to the country and relatively new to the league. I've done a lot of work to try and get myself up to speed as quickly as I can on both the league and the country and the players. But of course, me compared to somebody that's been here a couple of years, they're going to have a vast experience of those types of things on me. So in terms of that, I've got a lot more that I need to learn. In terms of our style and our team, I'm very happy with where we are with the time that I've had with this group. There's been a lot of change of personnel on the playing field. I think it's 11 changes. And we've obviously had a big change in staff. So for us to start the way we have is very pleasing. But it's so important that we continue focusing one game at a time and making sure that we can continue building this playing style, because it's not just one style. It's every game we come up against, it's going to pose different challenges. So we need to be smart. We need to utilize the skill set of our squad. And then we need to manage the game in the game. And that's something that is going to be a continued thing over the next 15.
Coach, last game you were spotted wearing a black band. Is it all right if you can share with us why that was so, if you don't mind?
That was a personal reason. I took a phone call back from the UK to inform me that my grandmother, my nan, had passed away. My nan was the most important person in our family. She brought me up as a young man, and she's a huge reason as to the person I am today. So it was a very sudden take. So that was the reason for the armband that I wore. It was just a mark of respect because I can't get back and share this moment with my family. I will share it with our family here in Mumbai, but that was as much as I could do in terms of a mark of respect for my nan.
Coach and Łukasz, first of all the best for tomorrow's game.
Thank you.
Coach, this question is for you.
Srivatsan, sorry, if you could just introduce your organization as well, please. Sorry,
this is Srivatsan from DT Next. Coach, this question is for you. It's been a couple of weeks since the club came out with a statement on Rafa. So how has he been progressing? Is there any more updates you can give us?
He's doing light sessions in this moment. So he needs to rest more to recover. Until this moment, it's almost 2 months without training with the team.
Thank you, Coach. All the best.
Thank you.
Raghu, sir?
Yeah. Hello, Coach. My name is T. N. Raghu.
Hello.
My organization is Goal Quiz. All the best for tomorrow's match. So my question to you is, are you happy with the formation 3-5-2 you deployed in the previous match? Because against a strong team like ATK Mohun Bagan, you considered 1 goal and played pretty well throughout.
I think you answer by yourself because we did well. We had good performance, and I did believe that in that moment we was ready to change the system to see how we are doing, and I believe that the players did very well inside the field. So even attacking or defending, we had very good performance. So I'm happy with the last game. For tomorrow, we will see what we're going to use.
Coach, I have one more question to you. From the first match, we have been seeing long balls launch from defense. Is it a part of your strategy to bypass midfield and transition very quickly to get the ball moving from defense to attack?
It was sometimes long balls, but moments that we didn't play long balls. Or we didn't see that same, especially the last 2 games. So we did make build-ups the same, and so we make chances in attacking. I was happy, especially for the last 2 games. So I'm happy with what they're doing, but we can do better because we are making even chances from the passing and even from the long balls. This is the one way of attacking.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. Soham?
Yeah, hi, Coach. This is Soham. Yeah, this is Soham from IFTWC. We saw Łukasz make his first start in the tournament against ATK Mohun Bagan. Were you satisfied with his performance? And was benching Rahim a tactical decision, or did you feel that Łukasz deserved a chance to start?
I think he deserved to start. Even I was thinking to put him against East Bengal. So he deserved, because every time when he come inside the field from the bench, he did help the team. And I believe he did well last game. Of course, we waiting more, and he can do more. So we're waiting even the goals, but I don't want him to have pressure of this, because the most important thing for me, it's the team go well and the team is winning. But I'm happy with the way how he played, especially last game, and he deserved a chance. He deserved to start.
Yeah. Another question. Mumbai City FC have played an intense brand of football with high pressing this year. How will you look to tackle that?
We analyzed them, and we saw all their games. They're a very good team, and then we have one plan that we will stick. That I talk with the players, and we are doing this. So I hope that we're gonna have a good performance. They are not only the high pressing; they move the ball very, very, very good. They are technical players, and they are in attacking very good team.
Thanks, coach, and best of luck for the match.
Thank you.
Thank you. Aswati. Also, we have Łukasz as well. So if there's any questions for him.
Good afternoon, coach. Good afternoon, Łukasz. So I'll ask a very quick question to Łukasz. How do you like India, and what is your observations on ISL so far?
I don't see a lot of India because we stay in bubble, but I like league. Of course, fans want to see a lot of goals. Our way, coach way, is little different, to stay compact, don't receive a lot of goals, because I know fans like 5-3, 6-1, but for us, important is game by game, take points and go to, our target is to go to top 4. That's why, I like, but like I would say, we can improve, we can play better, and I hope we will show this tomorrow.
Okay, coach, I have one question for you. Chennaiyin are so far undefeated in ISL. So what are your observations going up to facing a very tough side?
I'm glad that this happened, but like I said before, we need to go game by game, and it's good confidence for the players and for the team. But we need to be better, and it's not enough. We need to be stable if you want to make a success. So we need to keep going like this, and of course we need to win the games.
Thank you, and all the best for your match.
Sajid?
Yeah, good afternoon, coach. Good afternoon, Łukasz. This is Sajid from Khel. I have a question for Łukasz. Łukasz, you played on Saturday, you're playing today, and then like another match on Saturday. So like 3 matches in 7 days. How quickly, as a player, have you recovered?
All players like to play every 2 or 3 days. We don't like train a lot. That means for us, it's good to play every 3 days. We are ready. We recover well, and we are ready for tomorrow.
Good luck for tomorrow's match.
Sandeep?
Hi, I'm Sandeep from Deccan Herald and Injury Time. My question is to the coach. Coach, since you've given the responsibility of captaincy to Thapa, has done really, really well. So do you think that added responsibility has made him up his game? Is there any change because he got the responsibility?
No, I don't think this. He's a good player, and I'm trying to take best of him, and I'm trying, and we are trying to improve him. He needs to improve his game, and he can play better. About the captain, it's very clear for me. He deserves to be captain. This is his team, and with his personality and character and staying many years in this team, he needs to deserve, and he needs to be captain of this team. But this doesn't have to do anything with performance, and this is hard working in the training and challenging himself to be better. But I'm happy very that he's doing well. But still, I talk to him, and I'm telling that this is not enough. He can do more.
Thank you, coach. All the best.
Thank you.
Raghu sir, you have a question for Łukasz?
Yeah. Łukasz, you worked really hard against ATK Mohun Bagan. You dropped down to help defense. But were you satisfied with the supply you got as a forward? You didn't have enough opportunities to use your height You didn't get many crosses. On the whole, were you happy with the supply?
Yes, I'm happy how we play. You know, I am forward. Of course, you will ask me why I don't score. But in our way, it's not important who score. You know, we must get 3 points, or even like with ATK 1-1. And you know, goals will come. I work for the team. Team is more bigger than any players. And yes, you can judge me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games that I don't score. But if you will take champions, you will say that all players make a great job. You know.
Thank you, Łukasz. Coach, I have a question to you. So far, no goals have come for Chennai from corners and free kicks. Are you working on corners and free kicks? Because they are important tools to get goals.
Of course, I'm working. This is normal that we are working on the free kicks and the set pieces. If I don't work on this, then I should change my job. So yes, we are working in the preparation. We did very well with this. We are keep doing this, and almost we was dangerous from the set pieces. So the only thing what we need is we need a goal.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Apurva?
Yes, good afternoon, Coach. Good afternoon, Łukasz. My question is to you. You have 4 matches and you have got 8 points. So what is your assessment on the team of the first 4 matches, and what are the things you think that the team need to improve?
For me, I'm very happy because I'm satisfied that we go from the first game till the last game. We improve our performance. Especially the last game we had very good performance. We didn't win, but I'm happy from all the aspects, from the character of the players, about effort, about reaction after we concede the goal, and this is very important for us. Another thing, it's that what we need to improve. Of course, we need to improve like if we can score from the set pieces, or the chances we have to score the goals. And of course, what I want from the players, I want them to believe in themselves more, to start to play from the first minute with more freedom. I don't want them to wait that we score the goal or we concede the goal to be more free, to play more with more confidence. I want them to do this from the first minute. About defensively and transitions, we are very good. Of course, in attacking we can do more, but if you see the chances we made especially last 2 games, we did very well. And only thing, we need to put this ball inside the net. So it's maybe more concentration, decision making in the last pass or the last finishing. And what you all need to understand that we are 3 months in one hotel. We're going from the room to the training, back, and we are going to the game and back. This is without families, without anything. Mentally, this is very, very difficult. We accept this, and we will do it. And I need to say that our group has very good energy. We had very good communication, and I'm very proud of my players, the way how we handle this for these 3 months, because it's not only difficulties for our team, it's difficulties even for other teams, because you still don't understand, because you need to be here to see the way that it's not easy. So this is the plus for my players for everything they've done till now.
Thank you, Coach. Best of wishes for the next match. And I have a just follow-up question to Łukasz. Łukasz, what is your experience as you are playing with the young Indian players and also the experienced players? So what are your thoughts about our Indian players?
No, like Tapa, like Rakim, they have quality. They play national team. They can improve, like coach say, more. Tapa can play better than even last game. He's amazing, but we expect for him even more. And you know, young players, they have a lot of space to improve. Coach is here to speak more about them. You know, I like everyone in the team. I am here with my experience also to help for some young players, give my best. And like I said before, the most important is team. If we will go to top 4, everyone will be happy. It's not about statistic, how many goals score Łukasz, Kuman, Ariel, or another players. It's about results, all team.
Thank you. Best wishes for the next match.
Thank you. Shilaras?
Just one question, like how important is it to convert chances against Mumbai City FC, who can punish you very badly if you don't take up your chances? As in, it's always important to take up chances against any team, but Mumbai City FC are the best team in the side, so in the tournament. So, you know, like how important is to score against them, and if you are not going to score, you will definitely lose because they play for wins.
Shilaras, apologies, coach, before you answer, Shilaras, if you could just introduce your publication. Thank you. Sorry.
I'm from Times of India. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Coach.
A good team, we need to have balance. It's very important that you have balance between attacking and defending. If you don't defend good and you concede many chances, then they will score for sure. So we need to have perfect game in defense, in attacking, because they are a good team. They are champions, and we need to respect them, and we respect them. But I am thinking more what we're gonna do and about my players. So we need to think about them. We analyze them, but balance in attacking, in defending, in compact pressure, communication, concentration. 95 minutes, even on the set piece, they are very dangerous. So this is the way.
Coach, and I have just one more question for you. A word on the refereeing standards in the tournament. Like, how do you see the Indian refereeing?
I think I don't want to judge nobody, but I feel we all make mistakes. So they need to learn from their mistakes. They need to prepare very well. As for example, in any job, I'm not telling what they need to do, because I'm a coach and I prepare for the game, prepare for the training. So they need to do the same after the game. They need to see their mistakes. So mistakes will be, but you learn from your mistakes. There has been some mistakes. So I hope and we believe all it's going to be better, and they will improve. So this is the main thing. But for me to judge, like of course it was some mistakes, but I hope they will improve the same. And I wasn't here last year, so you can compare. I can compare and say something. So you guys know better if it's better from the last year. If it's better from the last year, this means it's improvement.
Yeah, thanks, and all the best.
Thank you.
Srivatsan.
Hi, Łukasz. This is Srivatsan from DT Next. If I'm not wrong, Vladimir Koman is attending this Zoom meeting. So, do you want to say something to him, like about his contribution to the team and his goal in the last match?
Yeah, we need one more tomorrow from him, and we will beat Mumbai.
All right, Clinton D'Souza from Herald.
My question is that coming back from the injury, and how important was it for you to come back after injury, and how do you feel to be back contributing back-to-back wins for the team?
Injury was a big concern for me. I think it's important to recover well and come back as strong as possible. But we started the season well. The first game we did well. The second game we performed well, but the results were not what we wanted. But right now the form is going good, and I think we have to continue this good work going on.
I have a follow-up question. Can I ask?
Yeah, Clinton, go ahead.
Okay. As you said, the team is in full form, kind of. How do you take tomorrow's match on a personal note, and also for the team as well?
The winning run has been good for us, I think, and players are confident to go in the next game. but each and every game is different from from each and every game. So I think we concentrate on particular game at one point of time and then go to the next one.
Thanks.
Thanks, Linton. Shreyash from IFTWC.
Good afternoon, Mandar. So you have spent a lot of time under Sergio Lobera in FC Goa as well as Mumbai City FC, and now you are playing under Des Buckingham. So have you observed any difference between the coaching style or playing style under both the coaches?
As you guys have seen, I think we play the same style, but Coach Des have added some few things to it, and I think it's more, more kind of attacking. And you have seen the results going good for us, so I think that's the style we want to play throughout the season.
Thank you.
Thanks, Yash. Riddhiman from Khel now.
Good afternoon, Mandar.
Good afternoon.
So my question for you is, what is it like having a role as a senior player and in advising and guiding the younger players of the squad?
I've learned a lot from my seniors when I was young, and I just want to share my experience throughout my footballing career to the young ones who are coming up, and just want to share the good things on and off the pitch so that they can perform better.
Thank you.
Thanks, Riddhiman. Rutvik from Hindustan Times.
Yeah, hi Mandar. Just a follow up on that. You've been to various clubs and seen the different kind of clubs, but how do you think the culture is in Mumbai in terms of the atmosphere for youngsters and the kind of backing there is for the youngsters in this team?
It's very important for the youngsters to work hard. I think they're young, be dedicated towards what they want and what they want to achieve. We are always here to help them. Not only we, the coaches, all the senior staff, but it's up to the young players to work hard and be dedicated to what they want.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ritvik. Silas from the Times of India.
Yeah, just one question, like about Chennai. How do you see the team for tomorrow's game, and how do you judge their strengths, and what do you think about Mumbai City? What makes you going? Like, you came into this tournament like with a change of coach, but again you have succeeded. Is it because the core has remained same, or what has been the the major strength about Mumbai City this season?
Chennai, I think they are doing good. They have got good results. They are unbeaten, but we have been also doing well. So we go into this game keeping all the positive things what you have done throughout the tournament. And about us, yes, as you said, you have seen that we perform. We have the same core. We have the same style of play. So I think that's the main thing which takes us forward in this tournament.
And I have just one more question. Can I go? Or
sure.
Sure. I just wanted to ask you also, over the years, we have seen, the foreigners getting reduced, and this time it is at the lowest. So how do you see that, like being a senior India player and everything? So has it changed for you guys? Has things changed for the Indian players on the field? Is there more responsibility? Is there more scope to learn? How do you see this change?
More chance for the domestic players to perform. As per the AFC rule, you can only play for foreigners. But we should get adapted as fast as possible to the systems, whatever we play, and try to give our best. And we have a lot of chance to prove ourselves now. So that's the best opportunity for the domestic players.
Thanks, and all the best.
Thank you.
Anil?
Hi, Mandar. Good afternoon. Mandar, being on a winning run, does that put you all under a little bit of pressure, or does that give you all even more confidence?
I think when the team is winning, all the players are more confident to go in the next game and perform well. And yes, as we see, when we are doing our training sessions, we are more confident and we just want to go and get the positive results.